And, folks, we switch gears. Join me in welcoming Baylor baseball coach Mitch Thompson with us for the second half hour. Welcome to you.
Thanks, John.
Don't take offense to that table of A&T girls that just kind of cleared out. Sorry about that.
Man, they were making some noise.
You girls don't want to stay and talk baseball with us? Shayla, you don't want to talk baseball? You can't leave. Oh, she's back. No, man,
Put the pressure on them.
There's a lot good to talk about, man. You guys
Appreciate
are coming off a very successful weekend on the road, 2 of 3 from Arizona at their plate. You've reached 20 wins. May not sound like much, but 20 wins at this point in the season. Just huge improvement in your team overall.
Well, appreciate that. The guys have been playing ball well, and we've stayed healthy, knock on wood, and it's been a great start to the season. So for the first half, we got to take what we can get, and we're excited about it.
A lot of highlights. Tuesday night was a highlight, wasn't it?
Fun night, really. Good ball game. Houston Christian gave us a really good game. They're having a great year themselves, and 2-2 into the bottom of the ninth, walk off home run in the ninth. That was pretty cool.
That was very fun.
We'll do that again. If we can have a couple more of those, we'll do them every week.
What is it? So that you're 7-0 at home or 7-0 in weekday games, midweek games. Yep. You've won 12 straight going back to last year midweek. What is that for you guys?
Well, I don't know. I'm excited about it. I just think our guys are doing a good job of staying focused on what's right in front of us. I mean, we're constantly talking to them about today's game's the only game you can play. It's the only one that matters. So take advantage of it, and they're doing a really nice job of it, and showing up and winning those Tuesday games, and they add up and they make a difference. I mean, when you think about it, we're 13-8 on the weekend, we're 7-0 during the year, so we're 20-8. It's a big difference, right?
Absolutely, they all count. So that's huge. I think that's tremendous. I think it does show you guys are focused for the midweeks. You're just ready to play whoever's next. You know who's in front of you that next
Well, that's
game.
the way our season goes. It's like 13 straight weeks of 4 games a week, and you better be focused on the very next one. If you're not, you're going to end up taking one on the chin. I mean, some of the people that were playing, Texas State, we went down there and beat them the other night in San Marcos. We'll have them here this coming Tuesday. Mm-hmm. They beat A&M at A&M. They beat Texas at Texas this last week. UTSA's done the exact same thing, won both those games on the road. We beat them here earlier this year. So, it's challenge. We're playing good people, and they're capable of beating you for sure.
Right.
And so, we're proud of being 7-0. We'll try and make it 8 this next Tuesday.
That's huge. And this week, particularly challenging, given your travel coming back from Arizona late Sunday into Monday.
Yeah, and I got busted up about it today by Glenn Moore.
I heard that. Did you hear that?
His media, yeah. Glenn busted me up, said, I'm tired of hearing Coach Thompson complain about the travel. He said, I'd do anything to win 2 games on the road. So we're real excited about winning those 2 games on the road. But that travel was a mess, and we won't be going through that again if I can have anything to say about it.
Home at 4:30 a.m., right, Monday morning?
4:30 a.m. rolled in, and go to class, guys. Good luck with that one, right?
Get to class. Well, but a great weekend, 2 of 3 from Arizona, the team that was undefeated at home prior to the weekend. They were tied for the lead in the Big 12 going into the weekend, and I think I'm right, they were the highest-ranked team in the league going into the weekend.
Nationally ranked team, 14-0 at home. I mean, and it was a good environment and big crowds, and our guys embraced it, and it was fun to win on Friday and Saturday and get the series already in our pocket, and then we competed hard on Sunday. We just got off to a terrible start in the first inning and had to come back from it. Yeah,
but even that, I mean, you got down 10-0 in the first inning, but even at that, you guys really battled the whole game after that.
Yeah, we did. From that point in time on, the last 8 innings of that game, we won 6-1, right? But we ended up being a few runs short, so we'll have to do a better job in the early parts of the game, but we'll work on that.
Let me ask you about some of your guys who seem like they're playing really well. Tyreek Kemp, is kind of hitting the cover off the ball, and, man, is he fun to watch at shortstop.
Tell you what, he made 2 plays at Arizona, at least 2, that when you saw those, you go, there's really no one else in the they don't do it any better at any level of the game. I mean, he made the Derek Jeter play in the 6 hole, jumped up, threw the ball across the infield. It was impressive. He did 2 different things and got rid of the ball and another play. And defensively, he's been outstanding. And then this year, he's taken a real step offensively. He's continued to improve, having seen the level of competition for a year, shortening up his stroke, using the other way. Coach Dill and Coach Blair have worked hard with him. I think his approach is way better, and he's getting fantastic results offensively too. I think he tied for the team lead in doubles right now with 10.
Yeah.
So pretty good.
He's playing really well. He's been at the bottom part of your lineup for the most part, and those guys at the bottom have been very productive. You moved him up to the 2 hole on Tuesday. You going to stay with that, or what are you
I
thinking?
don't know. I don't know yet. You know, I mean, I moved him up on Tuesday. We were missing both Ty Johnson and Wesley out of the lineup, and so just trying to piece the pieces together, I thought, well, Tyreek's the most natural guy to move up there. But I love him in the 8 or 9 hole because he's on base in front of our 1 through 4 hitters, you know, and so it's been good for him and good for us, and he's driven in a bunch of runs and done fantastic. He lengthens out our lineup, so the bottom half of our lineup's been very productive this year.
How do you feel? He's really good defensively. How do you feel about your defense overall?
Well, I think we've played well. We've played good defense for the most part. You know, our catching situation, both JJ and Court have done a nice job. Our infield play has been pretty good. We're not 100% clean, don't get me wrong. But, you know, playing on a grass field, typically it's probably going to be a 10 percentage points difference than playing on the turf.
Yeah.
The turf just slows everything down so much. There's all clean hops. I think for where we're at, we're doing a really nice job on the grass. I mean, we're fielding over 970 as a team, and that's always been kind of the benchmark that, hey, you're a pretty good defensive club if you can do that. And anybody that's doing it way above the 970 level, they're definitely on turf.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's a different game.
I like it. I want to talk about your pitchers, starters, and relievers, but let's take a break. Back with more in a moment. Mitch Thompson is with us, Baylor head baseball coach. Continuing with Mitch Thompson, Baylor head baseball coach, and mentioned pitching. You know, it really hit me the other night, that Tuesday game against HCU. Here's a midweek game. And the pitchers, the arms that you ran out there on a Tuesday night, to me was really impressive and really speaks to how much depth you have on your staff.
No, our depth is definitely better, and it's obviously helped the winning percentage, no question, right? Yeah, I mean, Bryson Bales is starting for us on Tuesday night this last week, and, you know, he's a 93, 94 mile an hour left-handed arm, and we followed him up with 92 mile an hour arm after 92 mile an hour arm, every guy out there. And so, you know, I just think that our depth is better, and when you have better depth, it helps you out. And then that's probably the difference in us winning on Tuesday nights every week comparatively to not in the past. Maybe.
I bet that's right. You've played some midweek games in the past where you've seen that on the other side, and you hadn't been able to match it really.
Yeah, no, it's a struggle, right? I mean, you're pitching as much. You use your guys as best you can during the weekend, but you've got to take care of them, and you can't throw them out there every Tuesday and think that they're going to be fresh to go again on the weekend again. So you've really got to do a nice job of mixing and matching.
You finished with Will Glatch on Tuesday. He's been terrific, and Gabe Craig at the back end of the bullpen, man, he has been really good also.
Yeah, and we missed Gabe the other night. Gabe had an illness, and he wasn't available to us. Okay. Yeah, he was back home with a fever, you know, but he's going to be good this weekend. But, Will has been fantastic. Those two guys at the back end of the bullpen for us have been really good. They both got big-time strikeout stuff. Their strikeout to walk numbers are off the chart. Their ERAs are fantastic, and they're tough outs. I mean, they're tough to hit, and so we like those guys at the back end. Yeah. I hope I get them out there a couple times this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And the impact that Sean Snedeker has made on this staff. One of the things is the walks. What's the number? You're 14-1 now. Is that right? When you give up 2 or fewer walks in a game?
I'm not 100% sure about that, John. But it's I mean, seriously, if we do what we're being coached to do, and the guys are doing everything they can all the time, and Coach Sned's made a huge difference for us for sure.
Yeah.
and from day one he stepped in with the guys and started developing that relationship. But it was about throwing strikes. It's about being quick to the plate, not giving up free bases, not giving up stolen bases. And it ends up impacting the game, you know. I mean, every base you keep somebody off of, it keeps somebody from having a chance to score. So when you play good defense around them and you don't walk people, it's hard to score a bunch.
Yeah. Max tells me the number is 13-2 when you allow 2 walks or less in a game. That's really impressive.
That's a good number.
I like that. You're 14-1 when you strike out 9 or more batters in a game.
I'll take them both.
Pretty good numbers.
I'll take them both. Let's strike out 9 or more. That helps our team defense too, and don't walk anybody, and makes it. We'll win a bunch, won't we?
Yeah, absolutely. You moved Carson Bailey into the weekend rotation. What have you seen from him since then?
Well, the first 2 times out was really good at Kansas. He ended up helping us get the Sunday win. Same thing again here against Kansas State. Pitched Sunday at Arizona and struggled. You know, it's freshman thing. There's growing pains. There's things that guys have to learn how they go about their business, and you know, a really talented arm. You know, the beauty of it is because it was so short of an outing on this last Sunday, we just moved him to Saturday this week, so he'll throw Saturday this week, and we'll go Ethan Calder on Friday and Carson Bailey on Saturday, and we're still TBA on Sunday just because I'm going to use whoever I got to use to win games if we can win them on Friday and Saturday, and then we'll figure out Sunday after that.
Man, really good. So you played 2 Big 12 road series against 2 really good teams, Kansas and Arizona, and you're 3-3 in those 2 series.
Yeah, and that's a change. That's good, right? I mean, the goal was always to win your home series for sure. Win at home and be able to at least split on the road. If you can do that, then you've got a chance to be a really good club at the end of the year. And yeah, right now Kansas and Arizona are definitely in the top 3 or 4 of the conference, and we've already played 2 of them on the road. So 4 of our next 6 weeks will be here at home. We need to take advantage of it. We need to fill that ballpark. We need to win series, man. Just keep winning. And, you know, that's what we've been talking about. Just keep moving forward, foot on the pedal, all gas, no brakes. Yeah. Just keep moving forward to the next thing. And there's gonna be a pothole somewhere, and then we just got to get the car back on the road and keep going all gas, no brakes. Next up.
I love it. Houston coming in this weekend. Let's take a break. We'll talk about that matchup. Also want to ask you can think about it through the break. Is there any overriding memory in your mind of a Baylor versus Houston game, okay? Anything come to mind? We'll get to that when we come back.
Yeah.
All right. Baylor and U of H this weekend at Baylor Ballpark. More with Coach Mitch Thompson, Baylor baseball coach, when we come back live from Rudy's. Welcome back on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. Live from Rudy's with Coach Mitch Thompson. Jonathan Berry is here. Boy, that makes it a big night right there. But we're glad everybody is here at Rudy's. And U of H coming in this weekend. The Cougars, we thought their fans' interest may be diverted a little bit.
Yeah.
Like a Final Four game in San Antonio.
Yeah. Coach Whitting actually said that to me. He said, hey, you know, if we get rain on Saturday, I'll just go to San Antonio and watch a basketball game. I said, I bet you will.
Go for it, right?
Yeah.
But Houston coming in, nice to be at home, isn't it? I mean, you got to take advantage of these home series.
No question, home series are big, and the only issue is the weather. You just got to, for me, having to pull the trigger on what to do with the weather. Hopefully we can get it to clear out of here and be a good weekend. Yeah.
I said any overriding memories of Baylor versus U of H? Kind of a staged question. I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. I remember one down at U of H.
What year was that?
Golly, you asked me. I know Jason Jennings was there.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's got to be like late 90s, yeah. And we're playing them, and it's a 22-inning affair.
22
innings. Now I only got to see the first 9.
Well, that's true.
I got dumped after 9 and had to peek over the hill to watch the last 12 and see the win. And I told you the story earlier too. You know, they had a bunch of frat guys or football guys or whatever that were right down on the other side of our first base dugout. and I stuck my head out of the dugout, stood up, and I was directing somebody, and I had on a green turtleneck shirt and a green jersey. And one of them yelled at me, "Hey, Shrek, get back in the dugout." So about as cold-blooded as it could possibly be.
Bad.
But I tucked my tail and went right back in the dugout there. I thought, Shrek, how mean is that?
That's funny. That's not why you got ejected from the game, though.
That wasn't how I got ejected, yeah.
That's great. So U of H here right now, 6:30 Friday, 2 o'clock Saturday, 1 o'clock Sunday. I want to get to as many of these questions as we can. Roy asks, it's a good question, what do you enjoy more, a walk-off win or a run rule win?
Tough question.
Yeah.
Win.
Right.
Yeah, I'll take either one of them, Roy. Walk-offs are pretty exciting. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Run rules are a little calmer. My blood pressure does a little better with the run rules. So I'll take either one. I'll promise you that. The key word is win.
Yep. End of the night, it is a win, so that's good. All right, Bob Barrett also has some questions for you related to the house settlement and roster size, but we're out of time. So if you don't mind, if you can talk to Bob on your way out and answer his questions, but we got to go.
Yeah.
And good luck. Look forward to this weekend.
Appreciate it, everybody. We're looking forward to having you at the ballpark, and thanks for all the support.
All right, Coach Mitch Thompson, Baylor Baseball, home a 3-game series against U of H this weekend.